Men are on the move throughout southern England. Operation Overlord will make landfall on the beaches of Normandy. The attack is imminent. Captain Douglas Aitken, a medical officer, 24th Lancers.
Only 7 miles to go to the docks, but the trip's a slow one. American military police in their jeep lead us all the way. We pass along well-known roads. I must say I take a deeper than normal interest in these last glimpses of England. I occasionally find myself thinking foolish thoughts about not coming back, or being away for a hell of a long time.
In addition to the vast armada of men and their machines of war, several hundred war correspondents from all over the world await the invasion. Ernie Pyle is one of them.
None of us knew when the invasion would be or where. Some of the eager ones tried to pull strings to get front seats in the invasion armada. Others, with better judgment, just kept quiet and let matters take their course.
Captain Smith, number 4 Commando.
There was more than the usual quota of farewells banded between friends. I have never loved Britain so truly as at that moment. It was exhilarating, glorious, and heartbreaking.
Captain Alistair Bannerman.
The deck is packed with tractors, jeeps, personnel carriers, guns and tanks. I haven't much time left. I know I'm no hero. I pray for the courage.
The invasion plan requires the high tides of a full moon and a clear night. But the weather deteriorates. Eisenhower postpones the departure of the troops from English shores by 24 hours. Any further delay will rule out an invasion for a month. The D-Day landings will now take place on the 6th of June. For the assault troops, now crowded into more than 2,000 transport vessels, the delay adds to the tension. Bob Koch, 116th Infantry Regiment.
The weather looked so bad, we wondered whether the whole thing would be called off. We played cards, relaxed as much as possible, thought about our families, and prayed. Some boys said they knew they'd never make it. I wasn't yellow, but I was scared. No question about it. I was scared to death.
Fifth of June, D-Day -1. Following the long delay in harbour, the cross-channel journey begins. The Normandy beaches are almost 100 miles from the south coast of England. Lieutenant Sidney Beck.
The great decision was taken. The Armada set sail despite most unfavourable weather reports. As they steamed by, Captain Perry and Captain Hall flashed signals by lamp. Good luck. as we passed the Needles and felt the first Atlantic swells. We knew there was no turning back. The Solent was chock-a-block with ships of all shapes and sizes, all straining at the leash, waiting for the greatest amphibious operation the world had ever seen.
Able seaman Bill Cutler is aboard HMS Largs.
What a task we have ahead of us. What losses are we to suffer? All are going in fully knowing the task set. We will not fail.
The fleet reaches its assembly point in mid-channel. The rough seas have convinced Hitler that an attack is unlikely. False intelligence has suggested that the invasion will take place anywhere but on the coast of Normandy and on any day except the 6th of June. Erwin Rommel has left for Germany to celebrate his wife's birthday. The Order of the Day is issued by Supreme Commander General Eisenhower.
You are about to embark upon the great crusade, toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hope and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. Your task will not be an easy one. But this is the year, 1944. The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. Good luck.
As more than 2,000 Allied ships head to the French coast under cover of darkness, British and American airborne troops prepare to take off for France. Private George Alex, 82nd Airborne Division.
I was getting nervous, butterflies in my stomach. We were told that the entire coast of France was mined. Fields were flooded to keep our gliders from landing. We didn't know what to expect, so we expected the worst.
Dawn, 6th of June, D-Day. Massive Allied air power is unleashed on northern France. Nearly 200 ships bombard 50 miles of the Normandy coastline. Bill Cutler.
Battleships, cruisers, destroyers, pounding away at the enemy beaches. Goodness knows how any living thing can stand up to such terrific battering.
Lieutenant Cyrus Eidlert, USS Bayfield.
It was like 1,000 4th of Julys rolled into one. The resounding blasts were terrifying. The ship shook and quivered as if she knew what was happening.
U.S. forces are to attack the beaches codenamed Utah and Omaha. Corporal Gil Murdoch on his way to Omaha.
The transporters cut engines. We clambered over the railings into the landing craft. Some guys were seasick. Some were arguing over little things that didn't count. Some guys, like myself, were just standing there, thinking and shivering.
Sergeant Levers of the Canadian-Scottish Regiment approaches Juno Beach.
The machine gun bullets are starting to whine. The boys are keeping their heads down. Here we go. The ramp is down.
On Omaha, Sergeant Harry Bear.
My radio man had his head blown off 3 yards from me. The beach was covered with bodies. Men with no legs, no arms. God, it was awful.
Lieutenant Alex Sudborough, number 45 Commando, Royal Marines, Sword Beach.
Myself thinking foolish thoughts about not coming back, or being away for a hell of a long time.
In addition to the vast armada of men and their machines of war, several hundred war correspondents from all over the world await the invasion. Ernie Pyle is one of them.
None of us knew when the invasion would be or where.
24th Lancers.
Only 7 miles to go to the docks, but the trip's a slow one. American military police in their jeep lead us all the way.
Men are on the move throughout southern England. Operation Overlord will make landfall on the beaches of Normandy. The attack is imminent. Captain Douglas Aitken, a medical officer.
We pass along well-known roads. I must say I take a deeper than normal interest in these last glimpses of England. I occasionally find